everyone, it's Fjordström. The Magic Keyboard for the iPad Pro is still on its way. It will arrive next week, but for now I found this very inexpensive keyboard for the iPad Mini 5, currently being sold on Amazon by the company called Lachesis. I'm very curious what it looks like, because it's very hard to find a Magic Keyboard, or I mean a keyboard at least for an iPad Mini, and currently the only place to find keyboard cases for iPad Mini 5 are on Amazon. So this is one of them, a very popular one on Amazon right now, and so let's unbox it and have a look. Just so that you know, it doesn't smell weird because you might have like chemical smells. It's not the case here, and the build quality actually feels fine. I mean, for the price you would expect a very flimsy thing, but my first impressions are good. By the way, one of the fun things about this is that this here is magnetically attached. You can just detach it like this, and this is how small the keyboard is. So this is how it looks like. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, it isn't as cramped as I thought it would be. Of course, it is small. You can't deny you have to make a small keyboard for an iPad Mini. But I've had keyboards that were even smaller. I mean, it's good that there's a gap in between each key, which isn't always the case. And just to compare, this is how wide the iPad Mini is. So it's exactly the same width. And to compare with the 11-inch iPad Pro's keyboard, this is about this size. Okay, so this is how much is missing. So let's say from the side here up to the arrow keys, that is how narrow it is. Now I'll try it out in a second. First, let's insert the iPad Mini. Now then we'll attach the keyboard and we'll just magnetically attach like this. So let's just do a shake test. See, the magnets are that strong, so just in case you would wobble it around, it doesn't fall. This is how you'll carry it. So this is how you'll carry it around. The size is fine. It doesn't make it much larger. The only thing though is that it stands because it's this thick. So you could compare to like two iPad Minis on top of each other and then just add a little bit more. That's how thick it is. It is actually fine. The reason why it's fine is because the iPad Mini is small. But actually, I mean, really, in real life, I would be fine with this. So that is how it looks like. But of course, as you notice, the iPad Mini's screen is touching the keyboard. Now, how do you actually use this thing? So let's say you're now on your desk, you open this, and this is how it looks like. You can't just do like this, like a smart keyboard folio. It's not possible. You first have to move this, just push it down to the edge, and then you can use this over here to put your iPad in, like that. Oops. Or just put it against the keyboard. And that's actually the best way to do it. So I'll just do it again. Normally it's here. Just take it off, put it here. It's again magnetically attached, so it's no problem. And then just put your iPad against it, like that. And so this is how it looks like. It's just like having an iPad with a stand, just like the Surfaces. Of course, you can't really compare this to a Surface right now. But I mean, it adds extra length to your keyboard. I mean, like on like this one here. This over here is the size of your iPad, just like that. Okay, nothing is really being added except maybe like a half a centimeter over here. While in this case, it's the iPad size plus a little bit extra, which means you need a little bit more desk space compared to having your iPad flat on your Surface, on your table. Okay, so we're going to Bluetooth now, and then we'll have to turn it on. Now, on turning it on, there's a blue indicator over here saying that the power went on. On a long press, because I'm guessing that's the first thing I have to do. And okay, it's there already, so that was fast. So my iPad now, I can just tap on Bluetooth 3.0 keyboard, and it's connected. Okay, does this mean this is Bluetooth 3? Yes, it is. It's Bluetooth 3.0. That's something to keep in mind. It isn't going to be, we're in generation 5 already. So I'm not sure if it will make a difference for just a keyboard, but that's something. It means normally it might use a bit more battery than Bluetooth 5, but then again, you can turn it on and off, so that's not really a problem. So the first thing that I notice here is that it turns green. That is actually really nice. It has a green color. You can change this. Ah, okay, by just tapping there. So you have red. Just turn off my lights. So FN lights is yellow. You can choose red, white, blue, light blue, pink, and then we're back to green. Now if you do FN, we can make it, yeah, we can put it off, or we can make it brighter and brighter and brighter. You have one, so 1, 2, 3, yeah. So off and then 1, 2, 3 levels. That is fine. Okay, just opening a blank page right now. So here's pages, and let's just start typing. So, oh, I'm just not used to this. Hello. Oh, okay. We have to get used to this. I mean, I'm used to typing on an 11-inch iPad Pro's keyboard. Same as if you change from a 12.9-inch to an 11-inch, it's also, I think you have to get used to it really. Now I have to get used to a 7.9-inch keyboard, which is much smaller than you'd expect. It has actually all the letters and even like buttons for some punctuation. But some things should be different, like question mark. Where's the question mark? Oh, here it is. Okay. I think you've seen it much faster than I did. But why is it there? This is a really weird location to put it. Then again, this here is the most important part. I mean, all the letters are very important. And then for some symbols, like for this symbol over here and for the light switch over here, they made the spacebar much smaller. So that is something you should definitely know before buying this. I mean, as there's not really much choice right now, this is still fine as a keyboard. So let me just type the typing on this keyboard is actually okay. Yeah, and it is actually okay. Now, believe it or not, this has one advantage over the keyboards from Apple, the Magic Keyboard from Apple, the very expensive one, or this one over here, and that is that this has a function row. So it means I can turn up my volume, I can lower my volume, I can, what else can I do? I can play and pause music, I can go to the next song, and it even has an escape key and a home key. That's something that isn't the case in Apple's $300 keyboard. This has an escape key, but I think though that this is rather for Windows, because if you tap this then a symbol appears over here. So I don't think it's meant as an escape key, but what does work at least is a home button. So if you do FN escape, they get your home screen. So FN search, you can just search for within Spotlight. Of course, you could also do Command Space. It's the same thing. So this is normally a select all button. Doesn't work in real life, or at least doesn't for me. To copy something, not sure if that will work. No. So select all, copy paste don't work, but you do have, of course, Command C, Command A, Command V, and so on. And if you hold the command button, just like with any keyboard, you do get all your shortcuts from the app that you're working in. So all in all, this is an okay keyboard, and definitely for its price, this seems to be very fine. If I want to delete something, I always hit this row, the F11, F12 row, and that's because on a normal keyboard, it's also in that area. So that's something you would have to get used to, that it's there. Same level as the P. Alright, now time for the verdict. Is this a good keyboard? Should you buy this if you have an iPad mini and you're looking for a keyboard case? First of all, you don't really have much choice. I mean, this is the most common keyboard and the only keyboard, one of the only keyboards that are out there right now on Amazon, but that isn't really necessarily a bad thing. This keyboard case for 25 to 30 pounds is fine. Just I'm guessing though that this narrowness, the narrowness of this keyboard is something you will get with any keyboard case that you would buy for the iPad mini, so you don't really have much choice when it comes to that either. Of course, the layout could be a bit different with the delete button and so on. So yeah, that's something you have to compare then. Yeah, if you like this magnetic feature here, then okay, then this is fine for you. You might doubt between this or buying just a separate keyboard, and yeah, that's something you really have to decide by yourself. Personally, I'm fond of having a keyboard with me all the time, and having still to take out my iPad and still take my keyboard is not the same as having a keyboard built into your case. This here is like a hybrid version. You have this with you, like this. You have this with you, you take it once in one time out of your bag, you take it out, set it on your desk, and then you're done. So if you're someone looking for a keyboard case and you found this one on Amazon and you're wondering if it's good or not, well, in my opinion, you can't really go wrong at this price point. What is your opinion? Do you think this is nice? Would you buy a keyboard case for your iPad mini? Let me know in the comment section below. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.